Welcome to Whispers of Resilience, our MS Stories podcast, where Justine Martin, the Queen of Resilience, sits down with each incredible author featured in this highly anticipated anthology. In this captivating series, we delve into the depths of each author's chapter, exploring the hows and whys behind their desire to share their experiences with multiple sclerosis. Prepare to be inspired as these courageous souls recount their triumphs, their challenges, and the resilience that fuels their spirits.
Welcome back, everyone, to Whispers of Resilience, our MS Stories. We're getting towards the end of all these recordings now, and I've got Elizabeth with me today from far north Queensland.
Hi.
How are you, Elizabeth?
Hi, good.
Yeah, that's good. Why did you want to be a part of our project?
It sounded like a really good idea. Everyone wants
It's
to
a really good idea.
Well, yes, everyone wants to tell their story. Everyone has a book in them.
They do.
Not everyone gets prompted.
No, and
it was the prompt I needed. Yes. Oh, there's someone that can, help me with my story.
It's not like we just went, oh, you got to write 3,000 words. See you later. See you in 6 to 8 weeks when you've got it finished. So we did the whole writing groups, and you popped into many of those. How did you find those?
They were helpful to hear the other authors about their take, and to learn about some of their stories, and to realize that we're all really different, and yet we're all kind of the same.
Yeah, we are.
We share something.
Yes, that's right. We've all got that common link.
Yep.
Common link all the way through, but of having MS. But as you said, we are different as well. And this book highlights that in the chapters, that, you know, the common theme, obviously we have MS, yet how we have been diagnosed, what our MS is like, what type of MS that we've got, and where the scarring is on our central nervous system all determines what we experience on a day-to-day basis. So similarities, but differences as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Now, was there something that you wished that you'd had more words to write about, or as an afterthought, you're like, oh, I wish I'd put that in my chapter, now it's gone to print?
Probably the one thing, I just wish I'd done it better, because that's the perfectionist, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, Elizabeth, yours
could have done that so much better.
Yours was penned beautifully, and
there were parts, and I read back and thought, oh, look, that's it. Why can't the rest look like that? Then I got all rambly, and I thought, but that's kind of when you're in the swing of it and you're writing it all down. And at one point I stopped myself and thought, no, this is just data entry. And I wrote that in the book, right? Stop that. Enough sad stories. That's all the bad stuff. Yeah. And I moved on.
To the good,
the other bits,
because it's not all bad, is it?
I hesitated.
I know. I was like, she's going to say something there.
Hang on.
Still live, you still actively contribute into society, and
I do, absolutely.
And
I'm often reminded, though, that
there's challenges.
Yeah, challenges. That's the word. It's not as easy as I make it look.
No,
honestly, and it's just, I get up in the morning, I go and do this, and I come home, get changed, go and do that. It's like, yay! Oh, you're such a go. Look at all the things you're doing. They don't see me at the end of the day when I get home and just collapse. Honestly, the number of times I sleep in my clothes, all I get to take off is my shoes. I'll wake up in the morning and think, oh, look at that. Slept in my clothes.
Didn't even have dinner.
Yes, it's a great weight loss thing to just do so much that you're exhausted, go home. Yeah.
But doing so much is just living your life. That's not, going out and saying, oh, well, I'm going to go and climb up Castle Hill today, or Mount Stewart in town where you are. That's just doing your day-to-day life, isn't
I was
it?
always that sort of person. When I was well, I was just always doing stuff. I was the life of the party. I was the light in the room. I was all the things. I was just awesome. I was larger than life. Honestly, I was just wow.
I can imagine that, because you still are. To talk to you have this energy about you, and
Okay. Well, that's good. And honestly, when I go places, I've had people comment, "Oh my God, when you walked in the room," I walk in the room, just stand there, and people go, "Oh,"
yeah.
and then I walk, and they go, "Oh," like, "Oh." When I move, it's like, "Oh, that looks," and they say, "Oh, what have you done to yourself?" I think, other people have said, "Oh, you look like you're in pain." Well, it's not really pain; it's just difficult.
Find it when people ask you questions, then they're personal bloody questions. Like
Yeah.
I had a broken arm, and it's like, don't ask the question if you're not prepared for the honest answer to come back out.
Yes.
I'm not going to like wrap it in cotton wool on what happened. Just for your sake. You want to pry into my personal life, I'm going to tell you then, direct up front, what happens. Are you the same, Elizabeth, with when people ask you questions?
Absolutely. They say, "How are you today?" And I've just come up with my answer now is, "I'm here." That's my default. I'm here.
Rather than, "Oh yeah, I'm okay," or, "Oh yeah, I'm fine."
If I think about it for long enough, well, actually, my back hurts a bit. I had a really lousy sleep, and I've got so much to do today. I'm really stressed. No one wants to hear that.
No.
I'm here.
But I don't know about you. I've got some people that are in my inner circle, and if I turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm okay," they look at me and go, "No, you're not. We know that you're not." So like today, for instance, I've had a migraine this morning. I went out and went for just a walk with my PT this morning, because my back's been playing up as well, and my arm's been playing up. And so just to keep that movement going, we went, we'll go for a walk. Now, it is freezing in Victoria at the moment, and it was probably about 4 degrees this morning when we went out for a walk. And I've gone from a warm house to a cold outside with that bitter wind, and that gave me a migraine. And so I came home, moved a few of the appointments around the podcast recording, and set my alarm to get out of bed and do Alison's recording. And she's looked at me today, like earlier on, and she goes, "You're not all right, are you?" And I went, "Far from being all right at the moment." And so we rescheduled that. I'm still not looking my normal glamorous self, but I'm feeling a lot better than what I did. And you as an MSer, we tend to push through a lot more than the average person does.
And the other thing that happens, I can start out in the morning and just wake up and think, "Oh no," cancel everything, just cancel the day away, get to the afternoon, this afternoon, and when I'm finished here, I'll get dressed and I'll go, I have dancing lessons, pole dancing lessons, and I'll go to that and I'll be fine. Yep. So anyone that saw me this morning will say, "I thought you weren't well." Well, I kind of wasn't, but I kind of come alive in the afternoon. After 3 o'clock, I kind of like, yeah, I'm okay. And then after dancing, I'll go probably to the pub and just have a drink and see some people. There's a bunch of people there that run raffles on Friday night, and they like me because I go there with cash and just, I'll buy some tickets. I don't really want to win the meat tray because what am I going to do with that?
You eat dinner there?
It's because it's dark. I try not to eat after dark. But if I'm really hungry, I'll just eat and think, I'll worry about that tomorrow.
Yeah. And you do have a pole behind you.
Yes, there is a pole behind me. Yes, there it is. Yes.
So that's your form of exercise.
This piece of exercise equipment I ever purchased in my life.
So there's no way that this body could get up a pole.
Well, this body probably, I still can't really, but it's a pole and I hang on to it. And you can, once you've got hold of stuff, you can do so much. It's not like regular dancing where you have to kind of like be freestanding. That is very, very
I
difficult.
admire you for doing that.
If I'm hanging on to something, I can do so much, and it's really increased my
Well,
mobility.
That brings me back to, so that's support.
Yeah.
Right. So you're hanging on to support, and you do have support workers that help you with your day-to-day life as well, don't you?
Absolutely. Yes. I've got a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and basically that was always swimming. He'd pick me up at 6:15 and we go to the pool. But
In the morning?
Yeah. It was always difficult. I wake up and think, oh, and I just drag myself. And then, so the pool stopped being so it's Queensland, North Queensland, so it's warm here. But in the morning, it's a body of water, and they can heat it as much as they like. If they haven't heated it enough, it's freezing to get into. And it became really cold. So in the winter, I can't go there. It's too cold for me. I've complained to everyone, and they've said, no, go away.
Are you heat affected or cold affected, Elizabeth, with your
cold affected severely. There's another pool near me, but it's only 25 meter, but it's heated to 31 degrees. It's really it's warm. It's like aquatherapy pool. So I go there and do laps, but after lap 10, I'm like, ugh, it's a bit hot in here, but it's better than not swimming at all.
Yeah.
So now what we do is I meet him at the pool, and he meets me at the pool to help me from the pool to the change room, because after all that swimming, the heat does get to me after a while.
Yeah.
When I get out of the pool, I can walk, but yeah, you don't want to see that.
No. You're not still driving, are you?
Yes, I drive to the pool, and I think the important bit is that I can still do it.
Yes.
That's the main thing. I can still drive to the pool, get out of the car, pick up my bag, get to the counter, pay for my tickets, go and get ready, get in the pool. I love being able to do that. That's really important. That's one of the most important things, is to be able to do that.
It's vitally important when you have MS to keep moving those muscles, to stimulate the message from the brain down to the muscles and the blood flow into those muscles.
Absolutely.
And like that. That would be, that's my driving force, and going to the gym 3 days a week and walking as much as I
go to the gym as well 3 days a week, and I take myself there as well. I don't take support to the gym because I park really close and I go in, and it's all, it's equipment. You're getting off one machine, getting on another. There's lots of things to hang on to.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Do you use a stick or a walking frame?
I've got a walking stick. I think they call it a single point.
Yep.
Walking stick. Yep. I've had, my neurologist has said, oh, you should get a wheelie walker or a wheelchair, and I just don't want to go there, because once I go there, there's no coming back from that. And I have said that to people, and they've said, what are you coming back to? And I just, if they say that, I burst into tears and say, I'm coming back to hope. Possibly desperation, denial. I don't know what it is, but I just don't want to.
I've got a walking frame, and I've got a wheelchair, and I've got a mobility scooter. And when my MS is playing up, I do use them, and I'll still go for my walk down the road, but I'll take my walking frame with me. So if I get halfway along and my feet spasm, I can sit and just rest. But it's not something that I use all the time. And I have that attitude that it's there to still give me independence.
I guess on those days I stay home in bed.
Yeah, no, see, I don't. I
just stay out. No one sees me. No one sees that version of me. I don't let them. I don't want them to see that. So I just stay at home. Seriously.
Whereas I get out there and walk like a drunk person along the that footpath, because
I just don't like the looks on their faces.
Yeah.
Oh, you all right? Can I help you? Like, no, I'm okay.
I say stuff them. I'm going to live my life the way that I want to. And where are those people, that are giving you those glares and that when you really do need help,
Ah, yes, there's that. Where were you when I needed you?
Yeah, that's right. So, I do have those mobility aids, and I've actually got a walking stick up in Townsville, because, as you know, I come up about 3-4 times a year, and I have a backup up there. So I've got a couple of sticks down here that I use from time to time. But
yeah, I have 2 sticks in the car, 1 in the house, one at my mum's. She lives in New South Wales.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to have.
Well, it just makes sense, doesn't it? So
Yes.
in order for us to keep our independence, that sometimes we need to use these
Absolutely. Yes.
devices.
Yes.
So there wasn't anything that you thought that you wanted to put into your chapter and you didn't?
Not that I can think of on the spot. Nothing that really can't be done in a what is that thing? A memoir. You talked about that.
I did, and you were thinking about writing your memoir. Is that something that you're still looking at doing?
Absolutely, because I think a lot of it's very like it's almost the abbreviation of everything.
Well, this is like I consider the chapter the synopsis on what your memoir is going
to be.
Yeah. So out of our project, Whispers of Resilience, there's about 6 of you that want to write their memoirs or short stories and continue on. We have started Morpheus writing group, so that might be something, Elizabeth, you and I can have a chat to after this.
Absolutely, yes.
And so it comprises of 4 half-hour one-on-one sessions with me a month, just via Zoom, and then you know how we had the community sessions where you all came into the writing group each 3-4 times a week. Well, we have 2 of them in the month. So not like we had the intense writing that we did for this chapter, but still making contact 6 times a month with me and being part of that community. And that is all about accountability and support in getting that done. So if you're out there listening and that might be something that you would like to do, is write your own memoir, share your story. Someone's told you that you should write a book and you've always wanted to do one. Get in contact. All the details will be in the show notes on hello@justinemartin.com.au, and you'll be able to just make contact and we can have a bit of a chat. If you are looking at purchasing, like to purchase a copy of Whispers of Resilience, that can be purchased through resiliencemindset.com.au and also on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and any of those. It is available on Kindle as well. So if you want it for your electronic devices, you will be able to download it through there. And we are working at getting it up on Audible as well. So we're trying to cater for everyone's abilities in reading and listening to the story on there. So it's an exciting project. Now, we do have a launch coming up in October as well, which will be fantastic. And Elizabeth, you'll get all the details in that in the next couple of weeks. So if you're in Townsville, it's the first week of October. Get in contact with us and we can give you the details for that. And we will actually have books available for sale on the night. So where to from here, Elizabeth? What have you got planned?
I'm just going to have a lie down, really.
A lie down before you go out.
Yes, and then get dressed, go dancing. Yes.
Sounds good.
Where to in terms of, my only financial plan at the moment really is the lottery. It's a solid plan. I am investing heavily, although I do a lot of things, but I don't seem to make any money out of it. I reckon any day now.
You reckon any day now? You'll have to read Elizabeth's chapter to find out about her sense of humour.
Yes.
And her career aspirations as well.
That's them.
That's right. I mean, just because we have MS doesn't mean that we don't dream big.
That's true. This is true.
And have goals and work towards what we still want to achieve with our life, because MS is just a part of us. It's not all of us.
True. Yes. I am, what is it? I am not my body.
Is that what the saying is?
The mantra, I am not my body, I am not my mind. It's the mantra to just getting back to nothingness and going within. Yeah, I've looked into every bloody thing.
How long have you had MS? How long have you had MS?
I was diagnosed in 91. I'd had symptoms from 87 that were, definitely MS. So that, So what's that? That's coming up to 40 years. Yeah, wow. 40 years, almost 40 years.
You're doing really well, girlfriend.
That's what they keep saying, and I mentioned that in the book.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is good. I don't want to see what bad looks like.
Well, this is true, but I mean, you have adapted and modified. I mean, you are the most amazing gardener. Now, I've been to Elizabeth's
house. My garden is it's awesome. I sit there sometimes and think, oh, you know what? It's a bit too awesome. I need a few things to die so I can have another challenge and just awesome it up again. It's serious. It's too awesome.
It is. It's like a little tropical haven at the back of
it has its own micro environment. It's
you'd have green tree frogs and everything in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
How green and lush it is.
Yes. Every now and then there's a toad and they know they're not welcome and they're all named Barry and they leave pretty quickly.
I was going to say, I would love a garden like that down here, but we don't have the heat in order to do it. So I have a lot of the plants that you have outside, I actually have growing inside where it's warm.
Oh, yes. I used to have a lot of indoor plants, but then I had children and I learned that those two things don't go together.
Well, there's now a project for you because, your children have grown.
That's right. I'll start and bring the plants inside. I have 2 in the kitchen. They've taken over. It's like a jungle in the kitchen. Stop it. They're only tiny. It's like,
I grow a lot of mine in water because I'm terrible at remembering that they've got to be watered. So
I've also got some in water. Yeah, and if I forget them, it's that's a shame. That's died. Oh, it's okay. I've got a ton more outside.
I grow them in old fish bowls. So the round fish bowl.
Yep.
So I'll buy the plant from like Bunnings or wherever, and then wash all the soil off it. Completely wash the soil off it, and then fill up the fish bowl with water. And then peace lilies grow amazingly well in just water.
In just water.
In just water. And then occasionally I'll put a bit of nutrient in there, or one of my support workers will help me empty the bowl and put fresh.
Sometimes you have to. Yes.
Yep.
Support workers have to help me with that stuff.
Yeah, they grow so well. So there's a new project for you.
Okay, right. Fish rolls.
You'll be able to, with a lot of your plants, just do cuttings as well.
Oh, yes, I do a lot of those. Yeah, I have a lot of hanging plants that are just overgrown. They've reached the ground and they're walking across the pavement outside, out the back. And it's like,
I bought some $2 vases from Kmart and I just filled those with water. And I just put spider plants and the ivy and everything in those and got all the fruit.
I get nervous about glass. I have a tendency to drop glass and
get plastic ones.
I'll look for the plastic ones.
Yeah, eBay or the $2 shops always have plastic ones as well.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. And then with the water in it, you don't need to remember every week that you've got to water it.
That's true, because it's already there.
It starts going down. Anyway, Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast today. And remember, listeners, you can purchase it on resilienceMindset.com.au as well as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, and the Audible.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure having you part of the project.
Thank you so much for everything. Seriously.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You're more than welcome.
For making a dream come true. Yay. One of those things.
And then keep an eye on Morpheus Publishing, everyone, because Elizabeth in the future will be bringing out her memoir.
I sure will.
Yeah, for sure. So until next time, you all stay healthy.
Are you ready to be inspired? Get ready for the book that will touch your heart and ignite your spirit. Whispers of Resilience, Personal Stories of Living with MS is now available for purchase. Have you ever wanted to peek into the lives of individuals who have triumphed over adversity? Look no further. This highly anticipated anthology brings together a group of exceptionally talented authors, all living with multiple sclerosis, who share their personal journeys with unyielding honesty and vulnerability. At www.resiliencemindset.com.au, you can now secure your copy of this remarkable book that captures the essence of resilience, hope, and the power of the human spirit. Dive into the stories that will captivate your imagination and open your heart to the triumphs and challenges faced by these courageous individuals. With each turn of the page, you'll witness the unbreakable spirit of these authors, as they navigate the unpredictable terrain of mis. Their words will inspire you, uplift you, and remind you of the incredible strength that lies within. Visit www.resiliencemindset.com.au now and embark on a transformative journey through the pages of Whispers of Resilience. Get your copy today.